Well, it is all over at FNB Stadium. A culling knockout. Kaizer Chiefs, iqanda Mamelodi Sundowns 4. Mamelodi Sundowns 4. Kaizer Chiefs, iqanda. Another cup competition slips away from Kaizer Chiefs at a year when they were trying to make Ubaba Mtawuke happy but bazom presenting a trophy. Unfortunately, Sundowns says, I
hold my beer.
Unfortunately, Mamelodi Sundowns says, over my dead body. When I was in here, hold my beer.
Hold my beer.
Well, this is my views, my expressions. Please do subscribe and share on my views, my expressions.
Maybe you should consider getting a makeup for us because
makeup ukuthi ujabulile kodwa ufuna makeup. Hey, ujabulile uzofuna ngisho makeup.
No, izosesa kahle but we'll get in touch with makeup artist. Good evening, Mzansi. My name is Sipho Maphumulo. This is my views, my expressions. Doing a culling knockout quarter final between Kaizer Chiefs and Mamelodi Sundowns. Then the Calabash sold out. Dominant performance from Sundowns. And just a perfect game of football. And very unfortunate on the Chiefs side.
One win, and so ufuna my makeup.
Bro, come on, bro. It's not about the game. It's not about the game, Chief.
Well, we just saw a disappointing game on the side of Kaizer Chiefs, but an exciting game for you guys as Mamelodi Sundowns. I'm 100% sure Amasandawana all over the moon. And as we were coming to this game, a lot of things were said, and a lot of things were said about the refereeing and so forth. But namhlanje sibone a total dominance from Mamelodi Sundowns. Of which Kaizer Chiefs also got a red card, which didn't work well for them, you know. But the game ended up in 4-0. But when the game?
I think it was a very good game from Sundowns because I think the only concern that I had before the game is whether all players would switch on.
Sure.
The players like Chaluli, players like Mkwena, who it's been a long time since he started a game of football. Yeah. And he started today and gave 100% performance. And then it also cool some down. I think Sundowns, they started with I could call it a 4-3-3, but a very complex 4-3-3, because you wouldn't see their central midfielders playing very wide, except in situations where one of their fullbacks were going forward, because both Mtau and Modiba were very overlapping, like they were playing very offensive, and our three-man midfield would make sure that each time one side attacks, like the fullback, they will always cover for them, but they kept it disciplined ukuthi bebe compact and ukuze bezokwazi ukuthi bekwazi ukuthi belekelele our forward when it comes to a counter pressing, which I believe they did very well, because they didn't allow Kaizer Chiefs to start up the ball from the back, which would force Kaizer Chiefs to shy ball, and then when they kick the ball, they bring it back to Sundowns, and Sundowns had the ball most of the time.
Well, Shalulile has been a bit rusty over the past few games, but last game we saw him coming with a brace, which one believes that it boosted his confidence. Hence, today he also managed to score a goal.
Yeah, I think I commend Sundowns a lot. They showed a huge confidence in Peter Shalulile, and there were games that I thought he was not supposed to play because of his form. But I think Sundowns, we are one of us, and we are a soldier. You could see even when he scored those 2 goals, how happy they were. The entire bench went on to the corner flag to celebrate with him.
Sure.
And if you're surrounded by such teammates and such technical team that shows much confidence in you, you eventually you'll get back to your form like what happened to Peter Shalule, because I think since he came to Sundowns, he's been very important across all competitions. You could name the league, the Champions League, the AFL, and other tournaments. He's been very prolific since he joined Sundowns. So that made Sundowns not to give up on him, and as a result, he regained his form. He has and then the addition of Orenes could be some sort of a competition on Shalule, but at the same time could be some sort of a boost, because we am reliever, like he gives me his cards, so I boys and because now you have another very, very hungry forward, Orenes, who always wants to score. Longchita wasn't it, and so leon to ukuthi at least now usuyazi ukuthi usune social ecishe lifane nawe yabo, and eventually uyabuya nawe gaming because the game time abamncinci.
Sure.
You could see my FEs usually was always playing, even if they knew was ngeke enze lutho, but he was always there, and eventually he came back.
On the Kaizer Chiefs side, we saw the normal back four that we know, Dudley, Isosha, Miguel, and then on that other side, Cross, and then
Cross no Frost
and Frostler. So looking at the game, were they solid enough? How did Sundowns manage to get past Lamagolo Maninganje, considering ukuthi Forsler only got out in the second half, and already lapho besekno 3 goals that went past them as a defense?
Yeah, I think Sundowns counter pressing was 100% today, and also their wing play. I even mentioned you would see even bivulekile yabo, so akulula ukuthi uma yabonke abantu bebefocus kakhulu ku-3 men attackers. Ibhola maliphethe i-Sundowns iza nalo kanje, mhlawumbe u-Allen was always free center yabo. So i-Chiefs iyazama ithi ifuna ba-compact ukuthi igade uRibeiro, uReines noShalulile. Well, that's fine, but I think one of Uduba or Usirino was cheating so much that ebenga-track back azoma kumdawu, because umdawu was always free ngale ndlela ukuthi akwazi ukuthi ummake, but at the same time akayona offside, and so nkathi walendesha ibhola liza kumdawu la bayathuka, okay, ibhola seliku half yabo, but abakwazi ukummaka ukude lo muntu. The next thing bazama ukushifta kanje, bashifta bonke ngale, the other thing ayenzeki ukuthi ku-track back uSirino noma uDuba, whoever will be playing on the wings. And you'd see Renes scored from that situation where he made a late run. Sundowns put a cross, they were unable to clear it, and then Renes made a late run. Wathole ibhola wabasikaza balala bonke, and then he passed the net. So variation in Sundowns and the emphasis on both wing play and counter pressing, I think was the weapon that technical team Sundowns used today to just dismantle Kaizer Chiefs defense. Because like a situation in Sundowns in a variation yabo. At the same time lama variations abo nama formula abo, they are all effective, and so it becomes difficult to keep up with their game, which is what happened with the Kaizer Chiefs.
Okay. And then I'm trying to draw a situation from the previous game here, Kaizer Chiefs, when they were playing in Amakhosi, and they managed to come back, go 2-0, and then they equalized. And I watched the substitutions that were made by the coach in that game, and then applied that same momentum from that game to this game, Mamelodi Sundowns. When Sundowns was 2 up, one would have thought the Kaizer Chiefs would still be able to play because, we're still going to be able to come back because they are playing at home, the fans, full capacity, Amakhosi ukuthi enza kanjani. But one should also commend coach for fielding these young players. We keep seeing your Dubas, your Shabalalas, your Villagas being thrown in as well. well, and Ungcobo and Uzwane, as much as that there was that mistake from Uzwane which led to a penalty for Kaizer Chiefs, but these young players are getting game time, even if Kaizer Chiefs is playing against another big team like Mamelodi Sundowns.
Yeah, I think maybe it has the opportunity because as much as we are happy for them and we commend the technical team of Kaizer Chiefs for using them because I believe they are our future as a nation.
Sure.
But Chiefs has no options. If you could think, all these young boys who are not benching, maybe but on their side, let's look on the positive side of saying they are part of the rebuilding.
So you're saying not
necessarily.
Okay.
Not necessarily. Get me correctly on this one.
Okay, yeah.
So they are part of a rebuilding phase at an early age, which I think if Kaizer maybe decides to maybe more of our players, they would still be part of a team and they will grow in stature and the team will maybe be able to regain itself while they are in the system. So I said earlier before the season when we did the preview season, I said Kaizer Chiefs people must be honest. And Nabi has always been honest because as much as he wants to win games, but we are sure he's trying to build a team. Yeah. And we've seen some differences.
Social media.
Yeah, unfortunately he can't control that, but I commend him. But unfortunately he can't control that. So they're trying to build, but at the same time they're a big team. They haven't won a cup in a while, so they want to win. But the technical team must be honest with themselves and stick to their plan. I know maybe they have a long-term plan of 2 to 3 seasons to build a team. Sure. They should stick to that. Because if you are to listen to abalandeli kakhulu uzobe just policy khanda wenza into yazi. I believe they will get there. But they need to buy players.
Okay.
They are cheating on that. They need to buy players.
Well, the question is, will Kaizer Chiefs be able to come back from this? Is Nabi going to manage and build the club this whole season? As I connect with Kaizer Chiefs, Angas. But engwazi ukuthi 10 games that have been played by Mamelodi Sundowns and Kaizer Chiefs. The Sundowns have won 7 and they've played 3 draws. Which means in the past 10 games, the Kaizer Chiefs has not been able to beat Mamelodi Sundowns. And today, they were knocked out at the Culling knockout by the very same Mamelodi Sundowns. This is my views, my expressions, and please do subscribe or share utshele nabanye ukuthi sikhona and sikuphathele okungaphathwa abaningi. From mina mfana kamnikathi uKhapela uGcwensi uJamali Maqoqo inkomo adlihlangene. Yeah.
Asibonga.